so much for joining me for today's card tutorial on a boy-themed card. I'm going to do this as kind of a "You're Awesome" card. You can use it as an encouragement for maybe one of your little boys for school. You can do it for a boyfriend because it can have that kind of fun, youthful just look. I don't know. You can just do a lot of different things with it. So I thought this would be a really, really cute boy-themed card. People are always looking for different things for that. So we're going to create one of those using this sheet of paper. This is the collage sheet. This is the Bella Paper Boys sheet, and I love all the strips in this. I am very much a fan of pre-designed strip paper. You can use them for borders and especially use them for cards. But what I love to do when they're in strips like this is actually cut it up and repurpose it just a little bit more. But it gives you a lot of different, dimension and a lot of different things. So we're going to use this sheet, and I'm going to start by grabbing my paper trimmer. I also have a gray sheet of the cardstock that's included in the kit. It is 8.5 inches by 4.25 inches. So it's going to be a 4.25 by 4.25 square card. I'm going to start backwards here. Let's see, we're going to cut this 4.25 inches, so it's the same width as our card. All right, and I'm just going to cut all the way down, and then we're going to cut out the strips that we want to use. So let's see here. We'll do this. This just gives us a lot of creative freedom and options. You don't have to do every one, and you're not going to need every one, that's for sure. But I'm just going to cut a bunch out. Let's see. Let's do these stripes, tickets, and there you go. So now you have a bunch of different things to work with here. Fold your card in half. And there's a smooth side and then a more textured side. I'm going to have the textured side be out. So we'll just fold it in half. Use your bone folder, get good strong crease in there. You don't have to use a bone folder, you can use a pen or a ruler. Okay, so there's your card base. Let's zoom in a little. Now we're going to use these different strips here, and we're going to just layer them up and kind of see where we want what to go. This I want to come down the side, and we were kind of do a little bit of a basket weaving, I was thinking. And I definitely want a lot of dimension. So let's actually start. I'm going to grab a little bit of my glue glider here, right in the center. I'm going to do a little strip, and that will allow me to lift it up and put underneath on the ends if I want other paper to go underneath, which I'm pretty sure I will. And maybe we want this to go here. Now let's take a look about doing over and under. All right, so this is going to be our card front, kind of laid out like this. And we might still use this, but I'm not sure. And then I'm going to use this little tag to come out the side to have my little awesome note on it, or we might use this strip. I wrote the word awesome on here in white gel pen, and we might still use that too, so I'm not sure. But we're going to use a few of the different elements that are included in the kit. That's already glued down. I'm going to use my glue glider here, just do a couple little strips, stick this under, give myself a little edge room. Okay. Now this I want to be popped up over, so I'm going to overlap it. I'm going to grab my pop dots, and you're going to want to use a couple of these because you're going to want to give it support. These are foam shapers from Ranger. They were actually included in a previous Club Ruby kit a while back. That might have even been, well, it was definitely last year because we are in 2012 now. Hard to believe we're in 2012. All right, all those are ripped off. This is going to go over, and it has the dimension end to end. All right. This I kind of want to go under, so maybe we'll just cut that a little bit so it goes underneath. We can just trim off whatever doesn't fit the overhang. Few little strips there. So So that's just going to go end to end. You can grab your scissors to cut off the overhang. There you go. That way, instead of guessing how much we needed, it matched exactly. And I'm going to do straight adhesive on the next strip of stars, and that's going to go from end to end on top. Go right here. So it creates just this fun little wave and pattern of dimension on your own custom card. And then I'm going to do this popped up, this little ruler here. I think it's just cute. So you can cut up your packaging and do it that way, and that way you can have like a full strip of adhesive if you just cut along the very end here. I'm a very big fan of cutting my own foam or my own shapes for adhesive, and you guys are going to see something cool with that very shortly here in the near future that I think you're going to love. It's going to help save a little bit of money for you. I'm going to show you that soon. Okay, so that's going to be popped up here, and that was just one strip, so you know you have a good solid covering there. Now I really like this, and I wasn't intending on doing this at all, but I think that we're going to kind of place this here and let this speak for itself and make it be part of our card, and we'll double pop dot it up so it really stands out. I'm going to grab a black gel pen. I'm going to write the word awesome. You can write anything you want at all though. And I am not a fan of my handwriting, which most of you know already if you watch any of my videos, but it really does make it personal, and it does really make it from your heart. So I encourage you, 2012 resolution, use your handwriting in your projects, on your cards, to do anything. Now we're going to layer up our pop dots for this. I'm going to use 2 pieces right on top of each other. So put one dot down, then put your second dot right on top of it. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm putting it on this flat, but I want it to stick out further than my other pop dotted layer here. I want it to really have a lot of dimension. Now for sticking it inside an envelope, it may be a little bit trickier. It might be a little tight. You may need to use like either a bigger envelope. Since this is a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square, there's already going to be a little bit of extra room if you used a standard A2 envelope. So you'll have a little bit of working space if you did it that way. But I like the way it looks, and it's not terribly thick. You should still be able to get it in an envelope if you really want it to, and I'm not too concerned. Okay, so there it says awesome. Now I'm going to grab our letter stickers, and we are going to put these on here to write out our sentiment. Okay, now to do my R, I'm going to take the letter R off my sticker sheet, and I'm going to grab a scrap or another piece of the gray cardstock that we started with. I'm going to place that R on there, just right on there. Okay, press it down really good. Then I'm going to grab my scissors, and I'm going to cut around it, but I'm going to do it kind of in shape to it, but loosely. This is just going to be really cute to add a little bit of a shadowing effect. This is also a great tip so that we can actually pop up this R just a little bit more than it already is. Okay, so I just kind of cut around there ever so slightly. Really easy, right? Now I can grab my pop dot dimensional adhesive here, and I'm going to do a double layer pop up on this as well. So 1, 2, so it really pops out that R. And actually I think I want it a little more centered than that. So we're going to bring it over, and we're going to center it with the O a little bit more. Okay. So I didn't press it down hard enough to make it matter. You can kind of squish it in there. Go. Just a little bit more center so that R really stands out for you. All right, we're going to finish this off with a little bit of embellishment. I'm going to grab one of the clips that was included in the kit, this little star, and we're going to, let's see, decide where we want it to go. All right, that's gonna go right there. We're just gonna place it in there. You can do a lot of different things with it, but because there's layers in this card already, it really stands out on its own and it just looks adorable. All right, so you are awesome, already done. You could round the corners if you wanted to, finish it off any which old way, but I'm gonna leave it just as it is. You could also, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I wasn't going to, I've gone back and forth. I'm going to grab one of the stars that wasn't in the kit. This layer's popped up. We're gonna do a double layer here on the top. Double layer in the triangle. Here we go. This is the last little thing, I promise. I'm really making this card busy. I think it's fun to do a lot of different things. I wasn't gonna do it. Can't help it. Okay, so to see here, there are 2 pop dots on the top, 1 on the bottom. That's because it's gonna be on this layer here that's already popped up onto a flat layer that's not. So there's 2 essentially layers that make it completely even across. Okay, now that is our card. I think that's pretty darn awesome, just like you guys are. Hope you have a fabulous new year and enjoy creating with this new kit from ClubRubyDesigners.com. Bye-bye.